Hello everyone, this is your travel enthusiast, Soby, back with another exciting chapter from my Almaty adventure. If you've seen episodes 1 and 2, you already know we explored the stunning Zenkov Cathedral, the central mosque, and the colorful green bazaar, places that truly capture the soul of this city. But today, we're trading the city streets for snowy peaks. Welcome to episode 3. Our journey to the famous Shymbulak Ski Resort, one of the jewels of Kazakhstan's winter wonderland. I started my adventure at the Medeu base station, which itself is famous for having one of the highest altitude ice skating rinks in the world. From here, I boarded the cable car that would take me straight into the heart of the mountains. The ride to the top takes about 30 minutes if you go all the way, but the views along the way are nothing short of breathtaking. Floating above a winter postcard, I saw jagged white peaks on one side and deep green pine forests peeking through the snow on the other. Located in the majestic Trans-Ili Alatau mountains, the resort dates back to the 1950s when it was first developed by Soviet ski enthusiasts. Over the decades, it has grown into a world-class skiing and snowboarding hub, hosting international competitions and attracting visitors from all over the globe. The best part, it's just about 25 kilometers from Almaty city center, making it perfect for a quick getaway. You can easily get here by taxi, tour bus, or even a combination of city bus and cable car. First, I collected my cable car ticket at the counter, and then the journey began. The cable car route has 3 main stations: Medeu base station, where I started; Shymbulak Resort Station, the main hub with restaurants, hotels, and ski rental spots; Talgar Pass Station, the highest point at over 3,200 meters. Unfortunately, due to heavy snow and weather conditions, I couldn't make it to the very last station this time. But sometimes, that's the beauty of travel. You embrace the journey you can take, and there's always a reason to come back. Boarding the cable car, I felt an instant thrill, floating high above the snow-covered mountains, surrounded by jagged peaks and dense pine forests. The air was crisp, the winter sun reflected off the snow, and it felt like I was stepping into another world, a perfect mix of adventure and serenity. As we slowly ascended, I could see the slopes below, dotted with tiny figures skiing and playing in the snow. The mountains stretched endlessly, and the feeling of gliding over them was almost surreal. Every turn of the cable car offered a new view, sometimes a snowy valley, sometimes a sunlit ridge, and I couldn't stop smiling. It was one of those moments where you just want to breathe it all in and pause time. At one point, the cable car paused at a center station. It started swinging slightly, and for a moment I felt a tiny bit of worry, just a hint of fear in the midst of beauty. But soon the movement stabilized and the ride resumed. That brief pause actually added to the adventure, making me appreciate the thrill of the journey even more. As I continued upward, I felt lighter, freer, and more connected to the mountains around me. Each meter higher brought new scenery: frozen streams glistening in the sun, snow-laden trees bowing under their icy coats, and clouds floating beneath us, almost like I was riding above the world itself. After about 10 minutes, here it comes, Shymbulak's mid-station. This spot is lively, with several cozy coffee shops, restaurants, and outdoor seating areas where you can sip a hot drink while enjoying the panoramic views. I decided to get down here for a bit, take a look around, and soak in the atmosphere. After a short break, I boarded the cable car again, heading towards the second station, called Kombi 2. This is the gateway to the higher slopes and the final stretch to Talga Pass, the highest accessible point of Shymbulak. After a few more minutes of gliding over the snow-covered slopes, in about 7 to 8 minutes, I reached Combi 2. Unfortunately, due to the weather conditions that day, the top station at Talgar Pass was closed. So, instead, I stepped out at Combi 2 and decided to make the most of it. The views here were still absolutely stunning. The surrounding peaks looked close enough to touch, and the icy breeze on my face reminded me just how high up I was. I walked around, snapped plenty of photos, and just enjoyed the peaceful mountain atmosphere before heading back down. It was incredible to see how the mountains transformed as we climbed. The lower slopes were busy with skiers, while higher up, the peaks felt untouched, pristine and silent, except for the gentle hum of the cable car. I felt a mix of excitement and peace at the same time. That sense of adventure, of being suspended between earth and sky, is something I'll never forget. Even though the top station was still a bit far, reaching the midpoint and seeing this panorama made the journey worthwhile. I was glad to see the snowfall. It started lightly at first and then slowly grew heavier, covering everything in a fresh white layer. It felt magical to stand there watching the snow drift down. There are usually a few outdoor activities here, like skiing and snowboarding, but they were stopped for the day due to the increasing snowfall. After a while, I decided to return back. I stopped for a warm coffee, soaking in the mountain vibes. There are many professional photographers here. You just pay, pose, and take home a perfect memory. Of course, I did the same to capture the moment. As I made my way back down, I met a local who was curious to know about me. We had a fun little chat in broken language, understanding bits and pieces but smiling the whole way.
My name is Rowan.
Nice meeting you, Rowan.
As I made my way down, I spotted the main Medeu skating rink, alive with energy. So many skaters gracefully gliding, laughing, and enjoying the crisp mountain air. The scene was straight out of a winter postcard. By the time I reached the base station, I couldn't help but smile. Shymbulak had given me more than just views. It had given me stories, memories, and a reminder that adventure often lies in the unexpected. And that's the end of episode 3 of my Almaty journey. Next week, I'll be releasing episode 4, the final chapter of this series. It will be a quick yet delightful finale, taking you through the Central Museum, a beautiful Russian Orthodox church, the military museum housed in the historic House of Officers, and the heart-stirring Ikiles Museum of Folk Musical Instruments, both nestled in the charming Panfilov Park. We'll wrap up with the city's final vibes, closing the series with moments that truly capture the spirit of Almaty. This is Soby, your travel enthusiast, signing off, but not for long. I have more incredible destinations coming up, so please like, share, and subscribe to SJ Global Tales. Your support means the world, especially for a small channel like mine. Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and keep chasing those travel moments that stay in your heart forever.